I wanted to design an outfit that would be like an animal pelt. And I started with a second skin of tights and turtlenecks, something that backpackers would call the wicking layer, and something that I could just wear as is in the house in summertime. This is my streetwear layer. My kids call it my nun's habit, and backpackers would call it the insulating layer. On an animal pelt, it would be the downy insulating underfur. And I recently added a veil. Sunscreen in the summer, windscreen in the winter. I love it because it's like visor sunglasses. You just flip it up or down whenever you need it. And this is spring and fall. Then, in the winter, I add the windbreaker rainproof layer. In an animal pelt, it would be the long guard hairs on the fur. And it has a hood. I learned that the Eskimos in the Arctic Circle don't use any fossil fuels. They can't even burn a seal oil lamp without melting their igloos. They just insulate their own metabolisms. We were each born with a heater. So that's what I've tried to do this winter. Get off the grid and layer like an Eskimo. Cut. Okay? I want to fit back into the ecosystem like a wild animal. And I thought the place to start would be to practice camping out in my apartment. So I set up my tent and I unplugged all my appliances, my stove and refrigerator and water heater and furnace, and I made it through the coldest winter in a decade, camped out downtown. So now I'm ready to say goodbye to my fake wilderness and move into the real thing, urban wilderness. And my outfit is drip dry. It hangs from my tent. Cut. In the interests of stealth, I try to only have my tent up at dusk and dawn. That's when I'll cook or bathe or wash clothes. And the rest of the time, when I'm outside the tent, I collapse it down while I'm, say, out looking for pine needles for tea or acorn nuts. And when I'm asleep in it at night, I collapse it down. So it just looks like a pile of leaves on the forest floor, which is what we all end up to be. Tell me. Good night, Moon. You know what Backpacker magazine says? Pity people who stay in places with only 5 stars. Okay. Did you get it? Is that, we got it? All right. I will get off your case. From now on, you can record or shoot anything you want or don't. Thank you for bearing with me while I just walked through it. Okay. I'm sorry, and I also want to apologize if you feel that I'm exploiting you to make my point. But I really needed to do this, and I couldn't do it without you.